Reading game reviews lately made me think about what are the aspects I care most about in a video game. For me, the story is easily number one, but when reaching the next spot, I run into trouble. Because low-key, I think the soundtrack is neck and neck with the gameplay, and maybe even more important. Here's my thought process. There's a few game genres where the gameplay isn't really all that important. Think about visual novels, graphic adventures, and maybe even horror games and RPGs to some extent. However, I can't really think of a single type of game where the soundtrack is important. Well, to be more specific, it's not about being important. It's about how much of an effect it has in improving the game. Because when I'm playing a story-driven game, which is most of the ones I play, I rarely notice when a soundtrack is unremarkable. But when a soundtrack is incredible, you can immediately tell, and it makes all aspects of the game so much better. Cutscenes and dialogues are obviously improved, but even gameplay too. I don't really care if I have to go through turn-based combat number 75 if I have a banger of a track playing. I also find that it's easier to remember games with a good soundtrack. There's a reason why so many people loved Xenoblade Chronicles. Well, there's actually many, but I can tell you with confidence that the main menu of the game is a big one. That song, combined with that image of the Monado, is iconic, and everyone who has played the game remembers it fondly. And it's not the only case. Would the prologue of Mass Effect 3 be the same if I took away the music or if it had a worse track? What about the ending of Kingdom Hearts 1 without Simple and Clean? I believe that if you took the soundtrack of these games and made it 10% worse, the change would be more noticeable than if you made the story or the gameplay 10% worse. Anyway, I think you get my point by now. But what do you think? Am I overestimating the importance of music? Let me know in the comments.